Good morning, everyone. We are back again for virtual preschool, and I am so glad that you decided to join me for circle time today. So, let's figure out what day it is. The last day of school we had was Tuesday. Yes, Wednesday. So today is Thursday. That's right. So let's move that rainbow arrow to Thursday. There we go. All right. What is the name of our month? January. Yes. So let's go ahead and count those numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. What comes next? Yes, 27. And let's figure out the picture. So, snow person, hat, mitten. Snow person, hat. What comes next? Mitten. Yes, so we have a number 27 with a mitten on it. All right, so we need to do one more. That was yesterday, the 4's class. 25, 26, 27. What's next? 28. And the picture. Snow person, hat, mitten. Snow person, hat, mitten. What's next? Snow person. Yes, so we have a number 28 with a snow person on it. We'll put that right in there. All right, so let's say the whole date. Today is Thursday, January 28th, 2021. Okay, so let's look at the weather. So look out your window at your house, and you're going to see if it is partly cloudy, cloudy, sunny, windy, rainy, stormy, or snowy. All right, and we also need to figure out the temperature. So if you step out your door to feel what it feels like, does it feel burning hot, hot, warm, cool, cold, or freezing cold? And remember, you can ask your mom or dad or grandma or grandpa to look up on their weather app to see what the temperature is outside, what the number is for the temperature. All right, so this week we've been talking about safety, right? Last time we read a book that had lots of different things about safety in it. Remember, it talked about some safety gear like helmets and elbow pads and knee pads for if you're rollerblading. It talked about knowing your name, your parents' names, your phone number, your address, because those are important things to know to help keep you safe if you ever got lost. It also talked about safety with people that you don't know. It talked about paying attention to your instincts, right? The instinct of fear, right? When you feel that funniness in your tummy, don't ever ignore that. If you feel scared, there's a reason you feel scared, right? And you need to listen to that. Let's see, what else? It talked about, oh goodness. What else did it say? It talked about, sometimes people like to be scared, right, on roller coasters. That's a different kind, right? Because you know you're pretty safe if you're on a ride, but you might like that feeling of scared in that instance, so that's a little different. All right, so I have another book today that's about safety. This has to do with fire safety. Now, this is kind of a longish book, but it's a good story, so let's see what it is. Has lots of good information in it. So this book is called Stop drop, and roll. And stop, drop, and roll, you'll find out in this book, is what you do if in the instance if your clothes were to catch on fire. All right, so that doesn't happen very often, but if it did, it's important to know what to do. So let's find out what happens in this book. Jessica was a worrier. She worried morning, noon, and night. She worried about her spelling homework and learning new steps in ballet class, and remembering to fill her dog's water dish, and waking up in time for school. My goodness, she has 3 alarm clocks there. I don't think she's going to forget to wake up. But one Monday morning in October, Jessica's teacher gave her something new to worry about. "It's Fire Prevention Week," explained Mr. Martin. "So for the next few days, we're going to talk about fire safety." "Uh-oh," groaned Jessica. "And this Friday," Mr. Martin continued, "we've been asked to share what we've learned with the entire school." "Oh no," moaned Jessica. "Let's begin with smoke alarms," said Mr. Martin. That's a smoke alarm up there. "Your homes should have them on every floor. Automatic fire sprinklers are a good idea too. Now, most people do not have sprinklers in their house for fires. It's just not very common. But everyone definitely should have smoke alarms, all right? Smoke alarms, what happens with them is if there was a fire in your house, which most people don't ever have a fire in their house, so it's not something you have to worry about. But if there was, the smoke that the fire makes would set this alarm off to let everybody know that there's a fire, all right? And sometimes we accidentally set these off too, maybe if your mom or dad are cooking in the kitchen and something burns, or even sometimes if something isn't burning, the smoke and stuff from that might set your fire alarm or your smoke detector off, all right? So not every time it goes off does not mean there's a fire. It's just a warning, all right? So nothing to be worried about right away, unless your mom or dad say. Smoke alarms, sprinklers, Jessica had never seen either in her house. "Your family should also have escape plans in case of a fire," said Mr. Martin, "and fire drills so everyone knows what to do." So when we have in-person school again, we will be doing fire drills at school too. It's just a way to practice what to do if there was a fire, like how you would get out. Jessica chewed her pencil in half. Escape plans? Now she really was worried. That night, Jessica announced, "There is a big problem in this house. We have no smoke alarms and no sprinkler system. We don't even have an escape plan. If there was a fire, we'd be in trouble." Her mother puckered her forehead. "I remember buying smoke alarms, but I guess we never got around to installing them." "And we talked about finding someone to put in sprinklers," added Dad, "but we're always too busy to make an appointment." And remember what I said before, most people do not have sprinkler systems in their houses. Sometimes businesses, buildings have them, but most people don't have them in their house. "And what about extra batteries for the alarms?" reminded Laura. "Yeah," said Tom, "we need to keep more batteries around here." Jessica twisted her napkin. She knew the real reason Tom wanted more batteries around. His birthday was in 3 days. He wanted batteries for his presents. But fire safety was more important than birthday toys, wasn't it? "We've got to do something about this now," warned Jessica. "You're right," said Mom. "After dinner, we'll make escape plans and find those smoke alarms. And tomorrow, I'll get extra batteries and make arrangements for a sprinkler system," said Dad. But Jessica still felt too worried to sleep. She tossed and turned all night. Poor Jessica, she's such a worrier. The next day, Mr. Martin wrote some fire safety rules on the blackboard. Never play with lighters or matches. Keep electric heaters at least 3 feet away from things that could burn. Keep extension cords away from doorways and from being pinched by furniture. A professional should check the chimneys and furnaces in your homes each year. Blah, blah, blah. Mr. Martin went on until Jessica had to cover her ears. She'd never be able to remember so many things. At dinner, Jessica asked, "Have we ever had our chimney checked?" "Yes," answered Dad, "when we bought the house." "But Mr. Martin said it should be checked every year," said Jessica. "The furnace, too." Dad sighed. "I'll put them on my list of things to do." But that didn't stop Jessica from worrying. She went through the entire house checking cords and smoke alarm batteries, and she had another sleepless night imagining all the things that could go wrong. Poor Jessica. I hope something makes her feel better soon. On Wednesday, Mr. Martin had even more safety rules. Heat makes smoke rise, so if you're in a fire, you must crawl under the smoke where the air is cleaner. And when you reach a door, touch it. If it feels cool, it's safe to open. Jessica tugged at a barrette. What if the door felt warm? What should I do then? If the door's warm, continued Mr. Martin, don't open it. Find a window and call for help. Then wait for a firefighter to come and tell you what to do. So we do this at school too. If we're in person, I get a sheet out, and me and the helpers in the room hold the sheet up a little bit, and all the kids the sheet is supposed to be the pretend smoke from the fire. All the kids crawl under the sheet to the other side, and then they go to the classroom door and touch it to see if it feels hot or cold. All right, we practice just like this. You could practice something like that at your house too, with your mom and dad or grandma and grandpa, right? And there's one more very important thing you need to know, said Mr. Martin. If your clothes catch fire, stop what you're doing, drop to the ground, and roll over and over until you smother the flames. Catch fire? Jessica had never been so worried in her life. Now remember what I said before. This doesn't happen very often. Most people never have their clothes catch on fire. So you don't need to worry about it. You just need to know what to do just in case it was to ever happen. Stop, drop, and roll, repeated Mr. Martin. Let's all say it 3 times. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll, chanted the class. All except Jessica. Her worries had twisted her tongue into a big knot. Poor Jessica. When Jessica got home, she made her family have a fire drill. Good for her. Then she rechecked all the electrical cords, tested the batteries and all the smoke alarms, and made double sure that there were no matches lying around. Afterwards, Jessica felt a little better, but she still couldn't get Mr. Martin's words from class right. Stop, slop, and troll? Mop, pop, and bowl? The harder Jessica tried, the worse she did, but she went to sleep feeling a little better. At least she knew what to do if there was a fire during the night. That's good. I'm glad she's starting to feel a little better now that she knows what to do. Then on Thursday, disaster struck. Mr. Martin asked Jessica to demonstrate stop, drop, and roll at the assembly the next day. Why me, thought Jessica. On the bus home, she tried to practice the words. Stop, flop, and roll. Flop, mop, and stroll. Stop, pop, and hole. But they kept coming out wrong. She'll get it, won't she? She'll get it. Jessica was so worried about the assembly that she couldn't even enjoy Tom's birthday party. Stop, drop, and mole? Slop, drop, and hole? Plop, mop, and stroll? She muttered to herself. Because of all her muttering, she didn't even notice when Mom brought in the cake. It had 7 big candles on it. 6 were for Tom's 6th birthday, and 1 was for him to wish on. And just as Tom leaned over to blow them out, Jessica looked up and saw fire. "Stop, drop, and roll," she screamed. Immediately, Tom stopped blowing and dropped to the floor. Wait, was there really a fire that you should be worried about right now? No, it was just birthday candles. But before he rolled, Jessica saw that Tom wasn't on fire at all. Jessica's worries had gotten the best of her. She was so embarrassed. "False alarm," said Dad. "Phew," said Mom, "you gave me quite a scare." "I'm sorry," said Jessica, "but I thought—" "You thought quickly," interrupted Dad. "That's good, because it's better to be safe than sorry." "Besides," added Laura, "you finally said it right." She did, didn't she? She said stop, drop, and roll. Those were the right words. And that was the truth. Jessica had said the words right. And now that she was confident she'd never forget any of the fire safety rules she had learned that week. And you know what? She never did. So here's a picture of her doing the stop, drop, and roll. So if your clothes were to ever catch on fire, you would stop what you're doing, drop to the ground, and roll around to put out the flames. All right? But like I said, nothing to worry about because it doesn't happen very often to people, right? Just something you should know just in case. All right, so let me show you what I have to show you from the packet today. So in your packet, you have something that looks like this. You can take the paper clip off. You have a paper that says Fire Safety Sequencing, Stop, Drop, and Roll with the numbers 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then you have the different things that you would do if your clothes were to catch on fire. Here's a picture of a kid rolling. Here's a picture of a kid stopping. And here's a picture of a kid dropping. So we need to cut these apart on the dotted line. So remember to keep your thumb up. All right, so who remembers the first thing you do? Remember, it was in our book. What's the first thing you would do if your clothes caught on fire? Yes, you would stop. You would stop what you're doing. So there's the kid that stopped. So we're going to put some glue on the back of that one. And we're going to put that on number 1 because that's the first thing you do. Number 1. First thing. All right, who knows what you do next? What do you do after you stop? That's right, you drop to the ground. Drop to the ground. We're going to put that on number 2 because that's the second thing you do. Stop, drop, and what's the last thing you do? Yes, you roll around on the ground to put those flames out, right? Okay, so there we go. That's the third thing. We put that on number 3. So stop, drop, and roll around to put those flames out. All right, let's see what else I have. This is another activity you can do for stop, drop, and roll. You have this, like, tongue depressor, popsicle stick thing, and then you have this. So this is a little book, all right? So the first thing, let's see, we need scissors for this one too. The first thing you're going to do is cut the pages apart. So you're going to, again, keep your thumb up, cut on the lines. These ones are just solid lines this time. Oh, and you know what? I forgot the stapler. Okay, so then you're going to put them in order. This is the front, the cover, all right? And I'm going to write my name on there. It says Fire Safety, Miss Mika. All right, and then I'm going to find the page with the number 1 on it. So that one says Stop, so I'm going to put that one next. I'm going to find the page with the number 2 on it. See, Drop. I'm going to find the page with the number 3 on it. This one says roll. Now, these pages have words on them, and just one second, I'm going to go grab the stapler really quick. Okay, so we're going to have your mom or dad help you staple this together. All right, then if you want, you can trace the words, and I'm not going to do it. I know we're kind of going long on time here, so you can use a pencil, crayon, or marker to trace those words. Then there is also a puppet pattern that you can use to practice and do the actions of stop, drop, and roll with your puppet. So you can cut this out or have mom or dad cut it out. Okay, then you can color this person in to look like you and write your name up here. Miss Mika. And then this gets folded, and you can put some glue. I think a glue stick would work, or some white glue, okay, on both sides of the popsicle stick. And you're going to glue this on like that. All right, so that makes a little puppet. And then you can make it stop, drop, and roll as you read the book. Okay? I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this quickly. Oops, and I didn't put my microphone back on. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get through these kind of quickly. The next thing is a fire truck puzzle. It has all the numbers on the bottom. We've done these before. So what you can do is find the number, start with the number 1 and put them in order from 1 to 10, okay? You can either glue them to a piece of paper if you only want to do it once, or you can just put them out like a regular puzzle and not glue them down, okay? And the last thing is a couple sign activities, all right? Now this one, you're going to cut out each of the circles, all right? And you're going to make a stoplight, all right? So if you go for a little drive and look at a stoplight or a traffic light, it's going to show you what colors come, like in what order. So it goes red, then yellow, then green, all right? So after you cut these out, you're going to glue them onto this black piece of paper, and then you will have a stop or a traffic light. There are also a bunch of different pictures of different traffic signs that you would see driving around that you can talk about with your mom and dad, okay? So I know I had an extra lot of stuff this time, this week, so I'm sorry it took so long this time. All right, so I hope you all have a great day. I will see some of you today at 10:30 for small groups. Don't forget, we started our new small groups this week, so if your mom and dad aren't sure what group you're in, have them check the email that I sent them last week. All right? So have a great day, everyone. Bye.